This is a reading of the Judicial Branch, a Reading A to Z book. The Judicial Branch. What is the Judicial Branch responsible for, and how does it protect citizens of the United States? Constitution, disagreements, federal, judicial, justice, legal. Ruled by laws. Americans do not bow down to a king or queen. A single leader does not tell us what we can say or do. We are ruled by laws. These laws protect us and help make sure everyone is treated fairly. People do not always follow laws or agree about what is fair. We have courts of law to punish those who break laws and to settle disagreements. The judicial branch is one part of the United States government. It watches over our country's courts and legal system. It also protects our rights. The Constitution and the Judicial Branch. In 1788, American leaders adopted the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution was a system of laws to help run the new country. This system has changed over time, but it is still used today. The Constitution splits the U.S. government into three branches, or parts. The executive branch is led by the president. It handles most government businesses and departments. The legislative branch is made up of the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives. It makes laws and stands for U.S. citizens in the government. The judicial branch watches over U.S. courts and the legal system. Sometimes the different branches work together. At other times, they work against each other. One part of the Constitution talks about the judicial branch and how it is set up. The country's courts handle federal laws that get broken. They also help decide whether new laws follow the ideas in the Constitution. However, people sometimes disagree about what the Constitution means and what it allows. Checks and balances. Under the Constitution, each of the three branches of the government can stop or check the other two. The system of checks and balances is an important part of the Constitution. It helps keep one branch from having too much power. The executive branch checks the judicial branch by picking judges. The judicial branch also checks the executive branch. It makes sure the president orders follow the Constitution. The legislative branch checks the judicial branch because it can remove judges from office. The judicial branch makes sure Congress's laws follow the Constitution. One more section here. The legislative branch checks the executive branch. It controls the budget and can remove a president from office. The executive branch can check the legislative branch. It can veto a bill so it can't become law. With enough votes, Congress can vote down a veto. How the federal courts work. The judicial branch is made up of lower federal courts across the country and the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. All courts are run by judges. Most U.S. court cases start in a lower court. The side that loses a case may ask a higher federal court to review the decision. The higher court studies the case and decides whether the first court made any mistakes. However, it may agree with the first court. The side that loses in the higher court can ask the Supreme Court to review the case. The Supreme Court is the top court in the country. Judges known as justices decide whether a case is important enough for them to review. When they agree to review a case, they study it carefully. Then they vote on the case to choose the winning side. Their choice is final. A Supreme Court decision can help shape the U.S. government and the lives of all Americans. Notable Chief Justices. There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice. Important justices who have been on the Supreme Court include John Marshall, served 1801 to 1835. He served as Chief Justice for longer than anyone else in Supreme Court history. Earl Warren, served 1953 to 1969. Under Warren's leadership, the court worked toward equal rights for African American people. Thurgood Marshall served 1967 to 1991. Marshall became the first African American Supreme Court justice. Sandra Day O'Connor served 1981 to 2006. O'Connor became the first female Supreme Court justice. Sonia Sotomayor served from 2009 till the present. Sotomayor became the first Hispanic Supreme Court justice. Lady Justice. Lady Justice is a figure that stands for the judicial branch. She holds a set of scales and a sword, and she wears a blindfold to show that she is fair. She is ready to defend justice. The judicial branch is in charge of the United States justice system. The creators of the Constitution knew that a good justice system was important for their new country. It gives people peaceful ways to settle disagreements. Above all, it helps protect the rights of Americans. There are some of the vocabulary words which you can also find in Quizlet. Please study them for your test today and for our quiz on Monday.